sometimes find ourselves asking, what is God's will for my life? We often struggle to answer that question. Today's gospel reading is clear about God's will for humanity in a general sense. It is my Father's will that whoever sees the Son and believes in him shall have eternal life. God, who so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, wills that all humanity would come to believe in his Son and so find life. Indeed, the verses following on from our reading state that the Father draws people to the Son. Jesus declares, "No one can come to me unless drawn by the Father who sent me." God not only wills that people come to the Son, but draws them to the Son. Because Jesus has come to do the will of the one who sent him, he states in our reading that whoever comes to me, I shall never drive him or her away. Jesus is not in the business of driving people away from him, because this is not God's business. Elsewhere in the John's Gospel, Jesus declares, "When I am lifted up from the earth, I will draw all people to myself." That is the will of God. Not only does the Father draw people to his Son, but Jesus, the risen Lord, draws people to himself too. There is a kind of divine gravitational pull towards Jesus, the bread of life, who alone can satisfy the basic hungers and thirsts of the human heart. The gospel reading invites all of us to ask the question, can we allow ourselves to be drawn? Think about it. In the first reading, the Samaritans are drawn to the Lord through Philip's preaching of the gospel. In Luke's first volume, his gospel, the Samaritans refused to be drawn to Jesus, rejecting Jesus' request for hospitality in their villages because he was a Jew heading for Jerusalem. However, the Lord continued to draw them to himself, and the time came when they were ready to be drawn. Are you ready to be drawn to the one who satisfies our thirst, our hunger? Even though we may resist the drawing power of the Lord, he does not give up on us. He continues to draw us to himself, waiting for the time when we are ready to come to him so that we may have life to the full. Jesus is inviting us today to go to him who can thirst our longings. It is the only one. Have you seen people with a lot of money, with a lot of stuff, but they are still longing? Unless when we have Jesus in our hearts, we will continue longing. Have you ever seen people who are poor, but they feel satisfied? That is what Jesus tells us today. Unless when we go to the well where we can be satisfied, we will keep longing. Amen.
Hello, OLPH. My name is Mary Lynn Januszewski, and I'm the Director of Finance and Operations at Our Lady of Perpetual Help Parish in Glenview, Illinois. And this message comes to you with heartfelt gratitude and thanks for your ongoing generosity and support of OLPH Parish. This overwhelming generosity allows us to continue to serve and to minister to the parish community in so many different ways. So thank you, OLPH, for all you do. You are much appreciated.